Good afternoon. We came here to represent the company parelect, and this company is gonna try to show you and come up with some ideas to improve your working environment. The first thing that we're gonna talk about here is to improve the communication between you guys, the staff, and the managers. And one of the things you can do is talk to your managers and try to suggest for him to improve some new policies. One of them could be an open door policy, where any of you guys can come to his office and talk about what the company is doing, how the company is improving or going worse, and try to communicate with him because that's so important for the company. Other things that you can do is suggest him to pass some memos every time he's gonna make some change with the company. Even if he's gonna change the chairs of or the desk from your work site, you need to know this because if you are comfortable with something, you're comfortable with your desk, with your computer, with your chair. Even if they change the smallest things on your workspace, you're gonna feel uncomfortable and start working kind of lazy. And that's one of the important points of everything, that sometimes it's not that the company is going bad, it's that you don't feel comfortable with it or you feel sad. So try to talk with him and try to make some one-on-one meetings with him, so you can talk to him and let him know about how you are feeling inside the company. If you feel like your work is meaningless, or you don't feel important for the company, you have to talk that to him so he can make something better for you and try to improve everything you're doing. One of the last things that you can talk to him is to make weekly meetings, so everyone from the company feel like they're improving the company, they're improving everything like a team, and they feel like a part of the company and they don't feel ignored. Try to tell him what all the staff is doing at the same time, if they're working on some numbers or doing some uh, organization things. So you have to improve that to improve the company itself. Now, my partner here is going to talk about everything of the design in the company and trying to improve everything inside so you can feel more comfortable.
Thank you, Andres. Good afternoon, my name is Nicolas Baron, and as Andres said, I'm going to talk about flexible design. Flexible design is when a company is trying to develop or making strategies to be more functional, more organized, and to make people feel better. So, in this part of the video, I'm going to talk about the second key part of the company's needs, and is the flexible design. So I'm going to give you two strategies or two main strategies that we come up with. So number one is to develop or make a strategy about conform. Why conform? Because, for example, if a guy from laboratory number one has to work in several laboratories from the company, he needs the same things or instruments to be as efficient as he is in his work or principal area. So, for example, I'm a guy from laboratory number one. I need the same desk, I need the same laptop, and I need like the same chairs and the same furniture to be as efficient. So, strategy number one is to maintain the workforce happy and comfortable. The second strategy is to implement uniforms. Maybe in your company there already is uniforms, but I'm gonna give you like the importance about uniforms in each department. Why? Because you're gonna be a good company has to be organized in everything that he's doing. So laboratory number one has to have original uniform with, I don't know, with any kind of color, and number two, number three, number four has to have any other kind of colors. Why? Because anything that one guy from laboratory number one is doing or has done from the past week or in daily basis. All of this is going to be in an internet database when it's going to show the COO of the company or the base manager which person is doing this or have done this in this laboratory, and you're gonna have like the exact time and the exact thing that he's doing in a better and organized way. So this is like the strategy number 2. So these 2 strategies will help the company to grow and increase her functional and organized levels, and as well the company will speed up their productivity process. Now my friend Alejandro is going to talk about the ergonomic and the healthier ways that helps the workspace. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nicolas. So, hello guys, my name is Alejandro Diaz, and for the last point of this presentation, we're going to talk about the ergonomics and how to make your workspace a little healthier. So, first of all, and what I consider is the most important thing you have to do, is you have to find your natural posture. That is the posture where you feel the most comfortable with. It's not like, so you have to find in your desk, on your chair, you have to find a posture where you are not like hurting your back or hurting your neck. You need to find the perfect posture for you so that it won't affect your work and you feel like happy and comfortable where you are working. So to do this, you have to do like, I will give you some advices. So the first one is that you have to put your laptop or your computer to your eye level. So that is basically put it in a position where your neck and your back are straight and your computer or your laptop are in front of you. Sorry. So that's really important because even if you don't notice, when your laptop or your computer is down your eye level, you are like bending a little bit. Even if you don't notice, eventually it will give you back problems, neck problems, and that will like really affect your job, and that's not what we want here. So that's the first one. The second one is that we will talk to the company to implement like beside of your regular desk, we're gonna give you a standing desk. That are like the name says, is basically a stand-up desk where you work and you're standing up. That will help you with your back and your neck problems, and that will improve your production in the company. So another thing that we're going to talk about with your company is about investing in keyboards and mouses, because I'm quite sure that all in your computers you have the first keyboard and mouse that they gave you, and those are old and maybe they are not comfortable, they are not the most technologic. So I think it's really important to change them, because with the new technology they have better mouses and keyboard that will help you feel more comfortable in your space work and will improve your production. So maybe getting out a bit about out of the company environment, there are also a few things that you should do to improve your workspace. So when you're at home, you have to make sure that you go to sleep in like the best position that you can. That is with a pillow between your legs and your knees, a pillow on your back, and your head just on one pillow. That's the best sleeping position that you can sleep in. So you have to make sure of that, and you have to sleep at least 8 hours. That's really important, because if you don't, you will come to work and you won't be as efficient as you can be. So also in that working space thing, you should take care of your eyes. That your eyes are the most important thing. So you have to, even if you have to work all day long in front of your computer, it's really important that you take breaks. So at least just go take a walk, go take a glass of water, anything, just to give your eyes a break. That's really important. And to finish, the last advice that we're gonna give to your company is that we are really
into knowing what are your opinions about your workspace. So we will request the company and every one of you that send us through email what are your ideas on what you consider that could be a good improvement for your workspace, so that everyone can participate and give their opinions, and we will take them into account for the advices and the recommendations that we're going to give to the headquarters of the company. So that will be all for the presentation today. I hope that you will like it, and that you took an advantage from it. And I hope that we can help your company to improve your workspace as you want it. Thank you very much for watching.